Okay, get in there. Let it get ingested in there. There we go. Welcome, guys. Tuesday, so I gotta open up my throat a little bit. Forgot how to talk for a bit. Welcome, guys. All right. Let's see. Making sure everything technical is working. Okay, great. Welcome. Okay. That looks all good. Okay. It's probably like that last time that the that my whole actual computer shut off a couple times. So, but I got a new power brick, so apparently that should help, or at least I don't know, just add more amps or something to make it a little bit better to have more power to go through it. So in case I, quote overloaded or something, that might not happen. But I'm not gonna keep playing Dance with Fire with that. So I'm just gonna try to avoid what I usually think is gonna happen. That sets it off. Because my theory has always been like if I think it's my internet. It's probably just uploading and downloading at the same time, streaming and sending it out, and trying to get a YouTube video back is like too much. So I'm not sure how that would relate back to my computer exploding. So anyway, it's exactly the same time as a coincidence. So but yeah, once we get going on here, welcome, guys. Hi, cool guy, and hi, Cookie. Welcome. I'm back to digital puppet version me. Hello. Oh, this isn't too weird for again. Bit of a shock again to get back here, but welcome. Alrighty. Let's get a little bit. I think we can get going then. Yeah. So this time, as read on the thumbnail, I'll be remaking one of my older videos. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Ben. Let's see how it goes. I'm trying to remake an older video. What kind of challenges or possibilities I have now compared to like 2014, I think. So fourth wall magic, I've already kind of chosen a video, and I've already figured out kind of somewhat of what I want to do. I have a vision at least, so yeah, sorry that we didn't have like a voting or anything, but considering last time and how this kind of goes, it's I think it's just gonna be just simpler for me to just go ahead and choose one. So I already pre-planned. They were gonna choose the guess what? Back from work. One of my all-time favorite videos. And then get to recreate it. Still a little bit iffy on what it will do. What the art style is, because I have like 4 or 5 different art styles at this point. Whether or not what to do with which one of those styles to do first. For the new animation, what style to do. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, it's just so good. Yeah, you'll definitely get reminders and refreshers of what Back from Work is, because I can. Oh, actually, I should find out. This was really fun. Because I had like this lapse of not remembering. Because I thought my original story was that I thought that Back from Work the Flash file exploded. Or at least it crashed and somehow went into the ether, and I thought I put it on a different drive or something. I have a drive that like also exploded, so it's unresponsive, or at least my computer's not able to read it, or any other computer. So I thought it was lost to either put on a drive that is corrupted or is just gone outright. So I did the smart thing and remembered that I always title my things. I already just name the name of it as like the last thing I do. So my working title or my temp title is always the Flash name. So, and then when I put it on YouTube, I rename it to be a little bit punny, or try to be a little bit more clever than what I chose as my temp name before I was making everything. So I went back to my YouTube studio, Visual Aid. Let's try and crop it correctly here. There you go. So I went back here, went to my YouTube studio and said, okay, maybe I renamed it something different. So I knew that YouTube Studio always has this file name, and I must have called the original flaw file. Might be a little bit small there. I called it lowercase, all lowercase, rickroll.mp4. So that'd be the video file output. So I'm pretty sure I didn't do any, yeah, I didn't do any post-production stuff, so I wouldn't have renamed it as a secondary thing. So I literally did rickrolled by my own self by 2014 me. That's why I couldn't find it, because it's like I just couldn't know why. I don't know. I must have either wanted to, at the time, I'm not sure whether or not I made a rickroll video at that time, but it probably was on my mind, was to do something like that. So the Rick Astley song, I was like, yeah, I could probably like remake that video, music video, and use my own characters or whatever. So wonder why I still called this file and this animation and never retitled it or anything, because it's like I know what it is. It's kind of like that, and Rose by your name kind of stuff of like, well, I still know what it is, so it doesn't really need to be renamed. Because the only thing that needs to be named perfectly is the title up here, So anyway, so guess what? I then went into my file explorer and said like, hey, is there a file called rickroll? And turns out there is a flaw file just for that. And guess what? It's the whole video animation. So turns out I just already had the file and just forgot that I called it a rickroll. And I was like so looking to see if there was like a back from work or kind of title of it, because I couldn't think of like what else would I call it, like a temp name. Hi cartoons. So I wasn't sure like what it could have been. So I just remembered this, and it's like that. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's also SD. There you go. Let's back up. So gonna remake this video, and I just had terrible time. The other options, if I couldn't find the flaw file, I would have like found this video, tried to download it, put it into Premiere, and then try to find out, because I want to find out like how many frames and animation timings of stuff to see like what I did. So if I need to animate the new shot, and it's like, oh, how long is this to make it so we can do it side by side kind of a thing, that's what I was just going for, to see if I can do that. And if I had the original file, which I do, whoop, it's down here. There you go. So there's the original file. Yeah, we'll just spend some time just looking through this and seeing it, dissecting it, what we got here. So we have a appreciation for what I did in 2014 before I get too bash heavy of like, geez, what was I thinking? Let's just appreciate it, I guess. So yeah, first things first is that the timeline is at the bottom, so it has all the different layers. So each little element, I can kind of show like everything that's a different color. It's color coded, so you can see like some of these are blues, some of these are grays and blues and purple. So if they're different color, that means it's a different layer, which means it's a separate symbol and everything. So yeah. Let's see, so this little yellow, what is it, orange? Yellow squiggly at the top here is actually the waveform. So it's the audio. Obviously I have it muted, so you can't hear it, but it should be the same. So yeah, way during this time I would have put all the music and sound effects inside of Flash, and try to just export this whole video animation file and then put it on YouTube. Nowadays, I don't do that. My method is, if there is a sound effect that's like needed to like know exactly, maybe it's hard to know, but usually my method is just to animate it and then go into Premiere and add a sound effect and then alter the sound effect to then match the visual. So if it's something that, if I have a sound effect that's like kind of fast or like too slow, then I can alter the speed up or slow down the audio itself to then match the visual. So it's kind of backwards of this, where it's like, oh, I can just put the whole truck. Oh, look, it's a SNL Explorer of the engine roaring, and then the music is also on here. Apparently, it's from Pony Episode 9. What a gorgeous day! Oh boy. And then yeah, you can see the two animations, tweens there. So this would have been literally just using Derpy, I guess, and then having the Trek be its own thing. Now I can see like this question muffin surface is looks like a PNG. Looks like it didn't actually make it. Oh boy. So I'll be exploring through this, and then I can probably, like, next time I'll start making the real animation. I'm just gonna go through this and see what I got here. Gotta know what we're working with here. So yeah, this is really, it's a sticker. Huh. So yeah, this is, there are the times where I was like, I was heavily tracing and using a bunch of stuff. Yeah. Remaking the assets. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out, like whether or not I want to do it in Pony Life style with the new version, or try to do the one that's me version with this kind of art style. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that. So like in Toon Boom, I already have the muffin. This one. So I already have this puppet already pretty much set up, and it's a Pony Life style. So I was like, I could just use this. So this is already pre-made and already is already gone through the ringer of already has been in the animation. So it's like okay. Yeah, problem is that I don't think I got the virtual style me. That's Bandit. There you go. These are mixed in between Midnight Mirror stuff. But it is not Derpy. Yeah, it's not. Okay. Pony Master. Boop. That's that one. Did I make it? I may not have made let me just see if I can look through here. Oh, big fuck. I don't think that's that. Yeah. I did make it, but I must not have put it in this library. So, at least I have this, and I definitely have experience with the Pony Life stuff. So, but if you'd like it to be in the style that my virtual tuber is, because that's easier to understand, it was just take a little bit longer to probably construct that. But I am more used to drawing it, so if I just make the puppet good, then I think everything else will kind of fall into place. So, either or. Yeah. Let's just see what else we got in here, though. I just want to look through here to appreciate what we got to work with here. You can kind of zoom out. So I use this big background. You only see like that much, so. But you see the whole background later. I just want to see what I did in these ones. Is it a mask? There is a mask. Wow. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Well, I know how to use colors in Toon Boom. This will be interesting. I don't think it's... What the... Hey? The door perspective is... See how you would... Yeah, come on. You want the door perspective to go up and then... And straight up and then... Where does it go? It goes up. So you want it to go like up. Like that. And then you have a door. Jeez. I didn't fill that in. Anyway, yeah. Having it go down does not make sense. And to have the whole door opening be opening like that. Like this. It's still... Gah. Let's see if it has the... It does not. I thought I had to trace the original PNGs of all this. Exactly, Ben. That's what I wanted to just look through. Do a quick sneak through here. Library. This is Flash Library. Let's see. That's so much stuff. Yeah, like, easy thing is to go point, and then I can look through all these. Yeah, here's the PNG to FANG extinguisher. Oh, here's the hat rack. There you go. So that's that looks 3D somehow. Like, oh, like a CG model or something. You can see how good I traced it. You know, I don't remember what I don't know where I was at this time. I don't know if I was I using my it's in between like a trackpad and a tablet. I think I was, I don't know if I was drawing it. Anyway, I have a I guess I still have, but at the time I only had a matte tablet. So I would have a tablet that'd be like this, and you can draw on it, but you can't see, there's no screen. So you would have to look at your monitor and then see where you're drawing. So it's like trying to figure out like this weird 90-degree perspective of like where you're drawing and where you see it. And it's like that's back and forth is like back and forth this way. And it's like, jeez. So there was some lots of eye-hand coordination between this just because it's like, okay, so I have to draw it on here, but then it'd be someone up here. So we had a different angle and just trying to draw it. So it takes a little bit muscle memory to get used to. But now I'm using a screen tablet, so I can just literally, like a phone that I can just point and touch with my pen exactly where I want. Let's see here. Oh boy. We'll probably have to go through this more thoroughly, just so I can see the timings of stuff, but man, just looking at this real closely and just looking at some of the stuff and go, yeah. These are Toon Boom puppets. No, they are not. These are double rainbow puppets. Wow. There's a in there somewhere. So these are double rainbow puppets. So I think I've explained it that they're not as user friendly as I expected when I first downloaded them. Of how weird they are to work with. So like each new style I make a new version of Derpy and new characters and like new art style. It's like I always try to make it easier to use. Oh boy. Let's see. Okay. Is official show animation models leaked some time ago? Yes. I have a doubt about using those. Well, funny thing about that is that you probably don't want to do that. Especially for even as a hobbyist, and especially because now I'm kind of getting, you know, a little bit of payment, you know, like it's like cryptocurrency basically of what I'm getting, of like 1/100 of a cent, you know, each view. So to get money for using pirated assets from official studio, I don't think I want to do that. Problem is that actually Double Boom, some parts of them are from DHX somehow, like the stallion mouths, I think it was that those were actually from the show somehow. And you can tell like somehow they have little notes in them and weird annotations and stuff that's like, yeah, none of the other Double Rainbow puppets have like those weird like notes and stuff, and frame not finals, which is very indicative of a official model thing. So yeah. This is long before they gave Derpy Mailman uniform. Yeah, I just kind of made it up. I don't think either I took it from another mail carrier character where they had like a hat, and I just kind of made it up. So yeah, this was before she had a official outfit, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't have an outside, so yeah. So I'm looking at this and saying like, oh yeah, we can add some more details of having something outside here. Animation is very stiff, and I think this is all one symbol. Yeah. When we get to Toon Boom with the animation, with the new animation, we'll have a little bit more freedom of what we can do with stuff like this. Has to be it doesn't have to be, but I guess the way that I did it is that if I wanted the hat to move in time, have the hat move in time, it had to be, it was easier to have it be part of the same symbol, like splitting a container around it, that this is all one piece to animate it. We go to Toon, but we don't have that limitation, so I think I probably could have done this a little bit different too, technically, so that's fun. Yeah, if we do the new version, we'll have a, when we do the new version, the hat and design will be updated too, so this will be fun. This is fun to look at. Oh my beautiful, I really knew perspective, I guess. I knew how to make a cube in perspective and said, good enough. I just wasn't able to draw from my memory and just like, man, this is rough. Everything is like, I felt somewhat proud of this TV set. Just because it's like, hey, I made this actually pretty good. Like, it's decently in perspective and it kind of works with what's going on with the rest of the, you know, like the horizon line might be, you know, around, I don't know. We're like here. We're probably in the right there. And so you just kind of do all your weird lines there and say, like, this is your perspective. And it's like, yeah, that almost works. What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, she's very into cubism. Oh boy. Yeah, so we'll have to update everything here. Oh boy. That sitting pose is actually pretty good. All things considered. But yeah, I just had no sense of looking at the big picture and saying like, oh yes, that remote does not fit with the rest of the environment. And just going like, you know, looking at it this close and saying like, does this work? Does this look good? Am I doing it right? And then not noticing like, yeah, these styles are completely different. That you probably want to have either follow it with how you would do backgrounds and props and stuff. Props are weird with making, here it disappears. With making cartoons, it's hard to know how to make them seem, you're like an intermediate of like clarity between, you want the background to be nice and pretty and the background not being distracting, but you want the characters being focused, but then you also want this secondary object to be just as important, if not more, than the character. And it's just like, how do you make it stand out? And so apparently I just made the original basic black outline. Oh boy. Yeah. When was this? Let me see what the when was this uploaded? Let's see. Forgot when exactly. It was 2014, I think. Let's see. There you are. 2014, probably. I guess I could just go here. And then not play it. Stop. February 25th, 2014. So there you go. It's been that many years since then, so yeah. Oh boy. This is, yeah. I felt so cool about making this though. I felt like, man, this is my best work at that point, you know. So I would have been animating for roughly less than a year at this point. So you can see like just how already this is constructed to be a pretty big already cartoon of how expansive this storyline is, of how much stuff is going on. And I told you that the stuff that the file exploded, so, and I wanted to do things on a bi-weekly, I don't remember at this point, but either like really too fast of a, excuse me, of a turnaround, so I haven't seen if I had any other layers. So I had to like remake a bunch of this. So yeah. And so this is the TV show that she's watching. Derpy watches MLP. So maybe we can figure out like either we can update this somehow, or ooh, we can do G5 or any other ideas for like what we can do for this, what she could be watching. I mean, this is probably the most moldable, malleable, whatever part of this is that I could probably change this to be a lot of different things. So let me know about that. Any idea you'd like to see for that? Let's see though. It's not too long. Oh, I guess I finally got into hair movement. No. Let's see. Is that just security camera? Yeah. That's why I was trying to see if it was like slightly different style, so it wouldn't seem like I wasn't really going for that, but I guess it's kind of like a show within a show, but I just happened to be, so I don't know. Maybe that was whatever 2014 me was thinking. Let's see. Space Can of Fish. Okay. Ooh, a cooking show with a cook pony making muffins. Oh, yeah, I love all these ideas. Thank you. Oh boy. Yeah. I'll have easier ways to animate that hair. That sticks out to me. Oof. And then explosions and... Oh yeah, I can see what the fire... Like, I'm so excited. Here's background. Okay, here's the table stand. That doesn't move. And then this is all one symbol, apparently. And then... Okay. So this is all one symbol. And it's got so much stuff. Okay, cool. Let's see how this works. You gotta appreciate what hardships we had to do to make this even work. Let's get rid of that. Oof. All this work, yeah. Put into all this. Look at all those frames. This has gotta just go around. Oh, jeez. There's so many holes, literally holes in the, I was gonna say geometry, but basically, yeah. You can just go boop and then fill it in, but they didn't see it. And apparently it wasn't important enough. Boosh. It looks so familiar to like my Star Fox animation that I'm wondering why. Okay, here's what I wanted to see was this fire. Fire. How does this work? Yeah, so this was, I explained that this was a CS6, which is an older version of Flash. They had a brush, and they had different, apparently animated little things. So I can find a thing on it. Let's get a look online. Flash CS6 Fire Brush. Animate, stylize. Yeah, Flash animation, make it. Okay. What is this? Let's see. Now that's smoothing. Okay. That. Okay. Using the new Deco drawing tools in Flash CS5. Yeah, it's this. See if I can kind of show you. Whoop. So using a Deco drawing tool in CS5. Okay, cool. Now, I now have new terms. Flash CS5 Deco Fire Brush. There we go. Okay, so what do we got here? Wow. I think I had a book like this. Yeah, I had a sheet in CS6 because that's the one that I got first. My first version. I think I still have CS6. But man, yeah. I want to look at what this is. Link. Is it? Okay. Tutorial how to use Deco tool. Oh no. Oh, that's ironic. Ah, jeez. Boy. What's all this? Yeah, okay. Select the Deco tool, press the U. Do I have U? Let me just click real quick. Let's see. New tab. U? What does it do? It actually gave me a new thing. What is this? Huh. I'm pretty sure to get rid of these. Deco drawing tool, building brush, random building. Okay. Oh, you can make... Ah. Oh, I remember all these. Yeah. You get all these. Major the trees. Yeah, so we're like pretty much like Mario Paint stamps or something, where yeah, you would get these different stylized things of like built-in stuff. Deco tool, choose fire animation, and then set it to. Oh yeah, I had to set how long. Animation color. Are those the same color? You bet they are. All right, I use the default colors. So it's just like, yeah, okay. Click and hold on the screen to start the fire's animation. So this. Make sure it's got the same amount of frames. Yeah. So yeah, you would just like somehow just click and then click and hold, and then it would start to animate for however long you wanted it to. So, unfortunately, I don't think these tools are available. I want to see though. Keyboard shortcuts. Is there a deco? No, deco is gone. Yeah, so can't make this anymore, but I can definitely copy and paste this if I want to. Yeah, for the new animation, I'll probably remake this or make a new version of whatever style we're gonna go with. But yeah, there's a little history lesson of that. That I apparently learned how to make these clone tap stuff or something. So that was how I made the fire. When obviously it's a little bit easier to just kind of click and hold and say I want it to be this parameters and stuff, and then go. So yeah. I'm always a stickler for this, but I apparently have done it. So, but apparently I also learned from it. So anyway, it's the these little eyelashes. Whenever you use a different eyebrow, when the eyebrow changes, you want to also adjust the eyelashes so that they don't look weird like this. Yeah, we don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. But that's such a staple of like I see so many newbie animators who like I'm gonna start animating. And I don't know what I'm doing with these puppets. I'm gonna use these puppets and try to learn. Basically what I did, and obviously everyone kind of never really notices that as you start to like change like these eyebrows. It's like, oh yeah, you also have to, have to figure like, oh yeah, I guess I should move the eyelash down. So what would that look like? Right, the eyeball, it's its own thing. So I have to go this far in. So I'm inside of the scene, inside of the horse, inside of the head, inside of the eye, and then unlock it. And then when you move the eyebrow, you want to go in and say, hey, please go in, rotate, skew, shear, adjust, shear, skew, adjust, and then it's so hard. Even just trying to do this is so tricky. It's being like magnetized or something. But anyway, that looks marginally better than what that original version looked like, which I think, yeah, so. Anyway, you probably want to make a whole new actual asset or make the eyebrow have eyelashes in it, would be an alternative, so. Yeah. It's be cute even when her, yeah, she's always cute, even when her eyelashes clipped to her eyelids. Yeah, who cares? It's still cute. So, yeah, the alternative would probably to make either the eyebrow have eyelashes themselves, which I think I've done a couple times. I think either the paper ponies or my current one, their eyebrows have eyelashes built into them, and then I can turn these eyelashes, like, turn them off, and then the eyelash should be, coming out of there, out of the brow. So, yeah. Because obviously trying to move that around and try to adjust it every single time you want to use a brow is not good use of time. So, yeah. Here's the infamous fire extinguisher. Got a nice stretch. Yeah, I really like the design of it. This is, yeah, as I said, like I think this is also the trace, but yeah, you can see like how I kind of simplified it. I did my derpy test style of like alien scribbles, and they're not super alien, but they're just kind of just scribbles of it. It's pretty close though. Yeah, there's no guy there. Got rid of that guy. A couple of those. There's no pictures in there. Also, I keep finding these holes in the fill. Come on. Oh, it's up there, man. Come on. I think it's because it's on one layer, probably. Here's that separate symbols. Yeah, this is one layer, so I can see that there's only one layer here, so it's like on Photoshop where there's only one layer, so a little bit harder to edit and adjust that, but yerp. Okay. You change perspective even though the background, you know, used to be like over here, which probably would make more sense, but now it's dynamic and now it's over here, like we're changing stages or something. I don't know. Like the TV set acid doesn't change, but apparently we moved. I don't know. Hey there. Hi, Sacha. Nice blink. Okay. This is one of my favorite shots. I think this is probably like one of my favorite reasons why I love this animation. It's just like it's so. Well, that's just what you do. It's like, yeah, okay, so you just use the thing and then you read it and then you go, I don't know, bop. And somehow when it goes in there, it's like, then it ignites and then goes shoosh. So that's all hand animated. That's frame by frame, but I use it later, so I'll talk about that later. I think that glass is probably a PNG picture. There's a TV glass. There you go. Yeah, so that glass is also, it's literally also the PNG. I didn't draw it. It's efficiency and weird shortcuts and trying to do things slightly. It's not professional at all. Good night. Oh, this is really weird. Oh yeah, I remember this shot actually taking the longest to like figure out how I wanted to animate it. For some reason, just trying to get this, like, animate this was, like, super tricky. And even now, it doesn't really work. The way that I eventually did it was that I made it into a symbol with all of this background thing. And then all of this. What am I looking at? So green at the bottom, and then, well, that's all this. This gets weird. So we're still going inside. Oh, here's the animation. Okay, here's the mask there. Here's the mask here. So for some reason the mask shape is a little bit off. Hopefully we'll be able to do this a little bit simpler. But oh boy, yeah. So everything inside of this square here is where it's visible. So that's how I'm able to have these kind of go outside because they don't show. But man, yeah, I probably should have moved that line or something. That it should be the whole, you know, the whole hole should be the opening to the mask, but I closed it off for some reason. So there's this frame. So yeah. Look, it's not even, jeez, come on. But I remember this taking like days to like figure out, just trying to make this work and trying to make this look decent, because it has to be pretty like. There's a lot of physics and a lot of physicality of just like so many things in the glass, and everything needs to be figured out. That's just like, yeah. Sad. I remember this taking a really long time to animate. Even now I kind of like look at this and go, well, this is not great. So, yeah. Yeah, as I said, like just make the mask better and then try to maybe add some more motion to it, or kind of have. I think the TV doesn't. It rotates a little bit. I'm looking at where it goes, but yeah, I think they just kind of go off screen because that's where the mask kind of falls off screen there. So they kind of just hide in there. Oh boy. Oh yeah, because it needs to go back there and then Yeah. When do they pop? Yeah. So they go off screen and then they just pop over their position there. Wow. And then you pull out and then you see them. So it's like, wow, they really do fall right there, but yeah, just teleport because they're off screen. So you can do animation magic like that. And then frame by frame step that reveal the credits. Yay. Let's see though. Where is the smoke? It's this one. There we go. So I remember also taking a long time to figure this out. And even still, it's like, yeah, I can make this in my sleep. But trying to figure this out for the first time, it's like, man, this is complex. And trying to figure out what I want to do for it. With having all these different, has to like go up and then kind of show, you know, the screen, kind of go back up and then kind of go into little pieces and dissipate. But remember being happy with how it kind of turned out, but it's still kind of janky and nerdy. And like these couple frames here, it's like, yeah, they should be following the motion a little bit more. Yeah. They just kind of go wah, 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 wah. And the credits. This probably uses a whole bunch of different people's stuff, and I try to, you know, say like, look, I did the props, and here's your PNG pictures. Yeah, I took it from these websites. Haha. But never like, I guess, certain people, I guess, for somebody's, for those props, because obviously they're props, so no one really made them. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to remake this. I feel like I'm pretty confident, at least my abilities now, to like make this marginally better, you know. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, next thing would be to figure out whether or not we want to do remake this in Pony Lifestyle or my style, where it's the it's kind of chibi, kind of whatever I'm gonna call it. I think we got some votes for the chibi style. So the only caveat is I still have to like figure out how to make that. I think I do have it somewhere. I do have a Toon Boom version, but I haven't really played with it much. See if I can open this. Oh, it'll close this one though, so maybe I should do that later. At least I can set this up now. Okay, so I don't need this. Bye, Derpy. Boop. Delete it. Okay, so now I can kind of figure out what I want to do for this, and it's probably going to be, I think it's a minute long or something. It's roughly a minute, so let's make the scene length, number of frames, at least 1440 frames for 24 frames a second. 24 times 60 is 1440. There you go. So to make it like timeline wise, if I want to do like a side-by-side thing, be good to keep note of how long everything is. Okay, so I probably want to have a couple backdrops just so I can organize this. Let's just be character. I think there's one character, so that'll just be Derpy. And we'll have some overlay. These are just backgrounds. They don't have any special coding to them, but I think it's just easier for me to now go, okay, I can organize it by this stuff. And so I'll have underlay, so underlayer, and then I'll have another one for meta. This is be my camera. Probably want to have a camera, so that'll be fun to play with. Organize all this. Let's add the camera. That'll be easy. Boop. Camera. Okay, good. I just add a peg for it, so I can move it. There we go. Okay, so what do we think? Okay. So, Derpy, underlay, overlay, character. We could have props, but I think props might just be intertwined. That'll be all the... Well, the overlay stuff would probably be the props anyway, so probably don't need to worry about that, at least for now. But that just helps it be organized just a little bit. Storyboard would also be great. Let's move all this down. Okay. So again, these boxes don't really have coding specifically to them, but it's just easier to have them rather than not. Storyboard. Okay. And so now I can do the Control R. Okay. So this be storyboard. Background. Storyboard. DP. Storyboard. Overlay. Okay. So now I got 3 bips. These all help me. Again, this is Toon Boom Harmony. So, in case you're wondering about that, is the program. Okay. Let's see here. I mean, yeah, sorry about how weird this is and like not alien looking this whole contraption stuff is, but it's what I gotta do. And you can probably just quickly storyboard all these scenes and then time them out. And then we'll be using that. Might have also noticed that none of my shots in the original Flash version had storyboards. I was either super visual and like knew exactly what I wanted to do, or just kept playing around with it with the story. So apparently I was fine with not having storyboards, but nowadays I would like to have storyboards, so I'm going to do that. Let's get a new color. Here's my storyboard color. I like it to be somewhat gray. Just a tad. And so now I can do this. Cool. Okay, so now I'll just be going through, and then how many scenes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's only 13 scenes. Come on. Okay, so we'll just go back and forth between all these, and then say, okay, here's the background, and so we'll just kind of just scrunch and draw all these in. Not trying to make this perfect or anything, because obviously I'll be drawing this out all later, but it's just good to, you know, have at least some sort of foundation to go with. So Derpy, let's see, this scene is 100 frames long, so we'll go to 100. I have to zoom this out a little bit. If I can, let me use my mouse to kind of squish it over. Okay, okay. This be scene 1. Okay. And then Derpy appears, or really only appears until 13. So we go to 13. And then we say Derpy draw. And then we'll just draw our hand. Probably won't use the truck to like update it. To update this a little better. So I'll just kind of just draw her in instead. So she'll have her hat instead. And just kind of get my cute little storyboard version. Wing out. So I can denote that she would be flying. Probably like have her bag out there too. And then we'll just have her extend to the end. And then we'll just have a couple. Let's see what happens. So in this version, she just kind of has her truck and then it kind of stops. So maybe in this one, we'll have her be a little bit smaller. Excuse me. A little bit smaller. And then, let's see. Let's have another peg. I think that might work a little bit easier. It says to be my master peg here. And then this has a peg too at the end. Okay. So now I can move this around. I need to. And then this one shouldn't move. Like this should be the same spot no matter what. This will be my master peg, and then this will be my intermediate peg to move her around instead. So I can now kind of move this one around. And then just kind of time this out to then have her boop, 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 boop. I want to like keep reframing and retiming this. And then probably like switch this, new drawing, to now have her arm up and then her head looking up. Do, do, do. Let's move these a little bit further down, because I don't think I need that much time. Do. And then, let's see. We could even like open the door, maybe. And then we could probably just do like a scene cut in a sense. To have like connect between these two ideas. Where now we have a new one here, new picture here. Where now the arm is now out straight. We have a new picture of the door of the house. And so now the door is opening. Move that pivot over there. Boop. Let's make some of these longer. And then of course we need to move all these frames back here, as that's the end of it now. Squish all these over. Okay. So that'd be one scene, and that just looks marginally I know it's really quick, but it's like marginally better to like understand what's going on than they're just kind of just showing up and stopping and then doing nothing for like 2 seconds. So we already updated it, and obviously the more stuff I figure out and fine-tune between this version, more stuff I figured out between just the storyboard and figure out the timing, then the less like wiggle, the less finessing I have to do, like, and figure it out in animation, which is much harder to do when you're animating and going like, should this be like 5 frames or should this be like 20? If you can figure it out and feel pretty good, at least with some motion in here with the storyboard, then you're already out to a good start. So I would say to make sure that the storyboard feels good before animating. Okay, so now we can do scene 2. I know we're just about on time, so maybe we can only just do these 2 scenes, which there's not much here. It's kind of like the 50s sitcom of like, I'm home, and then somehow we cut to here, and then she puts her thing down, which we could combine this into 2 shots, and then have her here, turn around, and then fly off, and then cut to here where she's on it, or have her like whoop and then pop, and then it cuts to there. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna have in Toon Boom. How many frames is this? This is 60. So 100 plus 60. That's easy. Scene marker. Create scene. Whoop. Mark current frame. Okay. So now, next thing is background needs to extend to here, but not this frame. New picture. Now we need the entryway to the house. It should be roughly that. Bop. Trying to figure out what I want to do with this. Door. Bop. Bop. And more flat. Bop. Where did I have the door opens that way apparently? Wait, yeah, did we figure out? That makes sense. Yeah, you'd open the front door. And so now it's kind of going out that way. And then there we go. Overlay. Let's give me our first picture here. I guess I can put it in the background. It'll be fine. It should be on the same layer though. So let's put it on there. Hat rack. Yep. Bop, 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 bop. Alright, don't need that. Okay, and then background. Let's get the big window. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, bop. And all ready. Get a big scene, and we get this. And we get some hills. Okay. That's our setting. Bop, bop. What are these little lines of at the bottom of a floor? You get some molding, whatever. Okay, cool. Extend that. Okay, and then door opens a little bit more, and then we need Derpy to now be here, but new drawing, and then we draw her. Let's see, opening the door. Right about there. Hat. Happy. Still flying. But let's see, I think I have. This one be that arm, and then that. Swoop. So, bop, open door, and then now, for these 60 frames, we want her to then open the door, and then what do we got? Her going, yeah, for 60 frames. It's very slow. So now, bop. We need her to, what I want is probably to have her close the door. This one, okay. Wrong time. That's too bad. Let's see if I could just finish this scene then, which I've already made it 3 times as long, so probably next time we'll have to finish the rest of the storyboard and then figure out what to do for that. And then we'll have a new picture with now the door closed, so take out everything here. And then have the door closed there. So boop, 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 boop. As that's closing. Boop. Gotta get rid of these. New drawing. Move her arm. Boop, boop, boop. And now she's here. Would like to keep the anchor point a little bit closer to here. Doop. And then that be it. Okay. Boop. And then boop boop. It's gonna hang out for a little bit, and then we need a nod. So what do you need to do first? Well, I actually figured that out. Up, down. Okay. So up. Up, up, down. Hi, Brony Pony. How you doing? Long time no see. Okay, so up, yeah. And then new picture. Picture. New picture. Okay, and then that'll be it for the second scene. So, actually, it's just like not. We kind of recreated it in a sense. I mean, that's what we're doing, but we're already kind of drifted away from the original intent in my attempt of recreating it. So, a lot of the story is already. What she does is already pretty different. So, oh well. I'll try not to make it too far different, but just like I know that these couple scenes are pretty not up to like my modern day standards of like, okay, I just need to have weird setups and stuff. So anyway, hope that was fun. So next time we'll go to toast time. Boop. Oop, wrong one. There we go. So next time, we'll, I don't know, should I finish up the storyboard by Thursday? See if I can do that. Or, I think it's kind of fun, because anyway, there's still a level of, this is the moment, or these are the segment where, in the animation where a lot of the setup is, you know, to the sense that I'm making the story at this point. This is the blueprint, and then everything that I'll do later will be going off of this particular blueprint. So I think it might be fun to do continued storyboard on stream, even if it seems very heady, at least in my sense, as like I'm having to really concentrate more so than probably usual through all this. So I think I'll continue with the storyboard on here on stream. And then show you the full, you'll get the full experience of making this then. Maybe it'll work great. So alrighty, I think we're good. Let's see if I can full screen this. There you go. And then I can crop it just for you. There you go. Yay. Pop. Actually, let me see if I can quickly go here and then say, is there a way to say stop? There we go. This might work. We'll see if this works. Yep, okay, so loops. Perfect. Okay. Whew, okay. Hi guys. Yeah, so if you missed the beginning, all the setup, I'm remaking a 2014 cartoon I made, and I guess during that time. So I'm kind of almost like more than remastering it, I'm like remaking it. I forgot how that goes, but I'm essentially at this point like totally remaking what happens in the cartoon, rather than going from my frame and making an HD version, which I found out that the original cartoon back from work was actually SD. So no matter what I do, this will be an HD remake. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cookie. Okay. Thank you. I'll probably just wrap it up then. I'm probably my brain's already exploded and not having good thoughts. Thoughts are not coming together in a coherent way, I suppose. So thank you. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, for this we're making remaking an older cartoon of mine. Probably should have like linked it for you guys, but anyway, it's back from work. If you search my channel and then back from work, you should be able to find it. So we're remaking that. Thankfully, I found the original files. It should go moderately faster for production. Then I can just look up all the stuff I did, which is what we did at the beginning. So anyway, other news. How are you guys doing? Let's see. I've been furiously working on chapter 4 of the Paper Derpy movie. I have been non-stop and working way longer hours than I usually do to try and get this done. Hopefully within I want to say Saturday, but because of all the hours I've already put into it, I feel like it might actually be possible, but at the same time it'd be tricky. I have about 95% of the animation clear, ready to go. I have pretty much all the shots pretty much laid out. I have all the shots laid out save for like 2. I just haven't got around to them as I wanted to work on the music. So that's what I've been working on since yesterday. I've started to work on the music for it. So that's like the last thing I do for production wise is make music. And as I said, like I do the I make the music and sound effects as the last thing. And I said like I make the sound effects work with the visuals rather than the other way around, which I did for the 2014 version of this, is that I had sound effects and then made sure that the visuals worked. But I think it's just easier to have visuals and then mold the sound effects to, like, you know, make them the child in that sense. So let's see. Yeah, so I hope to try and get that done. It may be possible to try and get it done at least another week. I wanted to get it this Saturday so I can have it be the last Saturday in the month. Because I don't want to say, like, oh, I've been working on this whole project or the whole chapter for 5 months. If I could say it's in 4 months, then that would be moderately better. You know what I mean? Hello. Hi, sunlight. Yeah, so if I can get the last 2 shots are just adding more background characters, adding shadows. It's what I've been doing the rest of the week. It's been adding way too many background characters and way too many extra things that are as I rendered them out, I'm like looking at them and I'm seeing like some of the background characters that I worked pretty hard on are like 10 pixels tall. So that's great. So I might want to figure that out. But I found a Mincheroot actually tweeted like he was using an application to batch render a bunch of Blender shots. So instead of saying, "Hey Blender, I'm gonna render shot 1, please," okay, and then it goes and exports it, and then you have to sit there and go, okay, now I'm ready for shot 2, and then you open that file up and then export it, and then you don't know how long it'll take, and then you're kind of like, well, I can't really, go anywhere until that's finished, right? Because I need to get these, I have like 10 shots that are ready or something. So what I want to do, if I want to do 10 shots and then, have them be all ready for, when I want to work on it. That's where this little app comes in. I don't know what it's called. Get one. Windows application one. It's not called that. Wish I could show it. Guess I could just open it. Shouldn't do anything too big. Boop. Yeah, so you see I already got shot 19 already put in here. Render pilots, apparently. So I could put like 20 different jobs in here or something at a time. Here's one. They're all numbered, so there's no spoilers. But yeah, I can do like all of these and say like, hey, I want shot 1, and then it'll go, render it out, and then right after it finishes, it'll go immediately to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. And without like me saying, hey, go to the next one. So it automatically like makes a batch render of all these shots one after another. So it makes it real easy that I can just say like, hey, I finished 10 shots today, or want to see what they look like rendered out and exported. So I can have all these like shots all ready to go, and then say go, and then it'll go through all of them, and then there's even a button to say shut down at end, which is a little scary, but it'll actually turn off your computer once the jobs are done. So makes it real easy to just say, okay, I finished 10 shots during the day of working, and then here's all the bips to then render it out. It'll go through all of them, and then while I'm sleeping, it can probably just be finished and then turn off my computer, so I don't have to worry about that. It's probably better for like studio work environments where you probably don't want to have your computer run all night, literally. So this actually helped a lot, that I didn't have to, that I can actually sleep and render a whole bunch of stuff at the same time. So if you're a Blender animator and you're doing this kind of stuff that would take relatively not much time per render, I recommend that. It actually works really well. It does everything on a 10 and does it really well. Yeah. So I've been doing that, and it's been really fun to put it all together in composites, make the compositions, and make music compositions. So I've been really fun with that. Music's turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll see. But anyway, I'll probably on Wednesday have a Patreon preview post. So if you're a patron, I'll probably hopefully remember to do this, and maybe do a 20-30 second preview of what I got so far, and just really gotta tell you that not everything is set in stone. Don't even know exactly when I'll finish it, so obviously I can't really upload it before it's finished, so might be May, maybe more realistic, so I can really make sure that everything's really on my quality standard. So other than that, I think that's what I've been working on this past week. So and I've been grueling like longer hours than when I It like rhymes with like older days, like in 2018, 19, where I was trying to do the monthly videos. Those got so complex and just like so ambitious, and trying to do it in a month. I think I was also in college, is what I'm thinking of as well. So trying to balance between like college homework and trying to do a monthly video that was way more ambitious than what I realistically probably could have done. So during that time, so on a healthy schedule, it would have been impossible. But me, I was like, hey, you know, did you know that there's a 4 a.m.? Yeah. Um, I think sometimes I actually did stay up working probably up to like 6 or 7 or 8 a.m. Working on my video, and then try and uploaded it. Maybe that day, maybe like later that day. But like that's what I did for the Switch launch one. I told you that I stayed up to like 8 or 9 a.m. trying to get that done on the day, and then did a full day of waiting in line for the Switch. So, but yeah, trying to do these monthly things were a girl, and so trying to put that kind of project on top of what I'm doing with the movie as its own separate project, plus Midnight Mares, when that comes and goes. That would have been real not fun. So I'm glad that I, you know, am not trying to overwork myself on trying to work on too many projects, but now I'm just working on the solo wing, it just on putting all my resources and time only on the movie. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I got, as I said, like I have 95% of it done, and 5% is just cleanup and music and stuff. And those 2 shots that I've mentioned are just background characters. So I spent the whole last week adding like probably like 20 or 30 characters across all the shots. So, so I'm really tired, but today I worked on music. So, and about roughly halfway done with that, at least in terms of first phase of that. Then I need to do a second phase of it to. So what I do for the first phase of music is just like lay it out and make sure I have the beats and all the beats and stuff I want to hit. I had to write timing it out, and then adding just a piano temp instrument for everything. And then phase 2 is finalizing timing and then adding different instruments and whatever orchestrations and music and instruments and stuff, and then do another cleanup to time it even more. So I'm only halfway through the first phase. For the full composition, I'll have to figure out how I want to do that. But yeah, so I'm a little itching to just go back and after I finish the stream is to eat dinner and then come back and then work on more music, see what I can do to lay out more of the first phase. So, but yeah, hope that clears that up of where I am. And with this, we'll continue with the storyboards next time, and then figure out what we want to do for the animation. Because again, this is just a blueprint of it, so this isn't what it's going to look like finalized, but of course. But yeah, these are just the what little motions and timings and stuff and layout and compositions and what they'll look like. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. I'm tired and I want to get back to stuff. Get back to the other project. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hope this was fun. Thank you guys for chatting. And then till next time then. Alright, I'll wrap it up and thank you so much. Love you guys. I love all the support from you guys. Thank you so much. Apparently I've gone so far that I can go back to my old stuff and make it a new content again, and really see what the my my you know progression and experience have done to make cartoons. So thank you again. Okay. Yep. Bye guys. Have fun guys. Till Thursday. Same time. So thank you guys. Alright. Bye guys. Okay. Bye.